Alright guys, just got back to the house from one of the coolest hunts I've had in a long time, especially on public land. I didn't have the best footage, but I promise y'all I'm fixing to get a good camera and I'm fixing to start recording all this stuff. But it's still, nonetheless, it's really cool. I want to share it with y'all. Just give you a rundown on kind of what's going on. I did a lot of research on the map and stuff, and this was a spot I'd never been to before. I picked a spot that I thought looked good based on the terrain and the trees and everything on the map, and I just walked in the dark. And before I got there, probably 200-300 yards before I got to the area that I wanted, I knew I was particularly wanting to hunt. I waited till it got daylight, and I just started slipping in there. I started seeing some scrapes and some rubs. Kind of worked up on top of this little hill, seen there were some white oak trees there, and I seen a doe kind of moving off in the distance. And so I stopped right there. I took my bag off, slipped up in the tree with the saddle, and got in there real nice and quiet. Didn't spook anything off, and it wasn't long. As soon as I got settled, as soon as I quit moving, I started seeing deer starting filtering by. Nice little 8-point come by, doe came by, and then things started getting pretty interesting. They started chasing does around, and these deer, which is what you've heard in the first part of the video, or what you're fixing to hear in the first part of the video, is this 6-point, this 8-point lock up, and I mean get after it. It's so freaking cool. And then the 6-point breaks off from after fighting and chases the doe right to my tree. Literally walks right underneath my tree 5 yards, and not a deer that I want to fill my last tag on. But I'm bringing my mom there in the morning, and I'm hoping that she can maybe kill him. But then after the 6-point walks by, you'll see they kind of get off. He spooks, but not too bad, and then he ends up getting back on the doe, and they go off in the distance. Well, as soon as they get gone, the 8-point that he was fighting comes by, and I think he was an older deer, but again, not something I really want to drag out of the woods for my last tag. But hopefully my mom will get one of those 2 deer. I ended up seeing several different bucks. It was an awesome hunt. I hope y'all enjoy this. Really cool getting to hear those deer and fighting in the wild like that. And then the snortweeds thing was pretty cool too. That was really cool. I've only heard that maybe 4 or 5 times in my life, on public land, hunting in the wild like that. You see it on TV and stuff, but pretty cool stuff, especially in East Texas, guys. Hope y'all enjoy this. Check it out.